I'm going to do another part of, this is not the warm-up part, but this was a thing that you can do for agility as well. And so it's called skiers. Feet together to take hops going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can go forwards and backwards. If you go backwards here, that's good. But what you're going to do is you're developing all your foot muscles. So it's important that our feet, all the muscles in our feet, and there's like, our hands have hundreds of bones or tons of bones and muscles. So do our feet. So we want to make sure all those little muscles are really, 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 really firing to keep us grounded. Another thing, so we can show you, is, oops, drop this down a little bit more. Single leg balance. I'm gonna put my hands by my side. Matter of fact, I'll do it sideways like this. Hands are down the side. And I'm gonna lift my leg up so my thigh is parallel to the ground. Whoop, hold it over already. So I want to do is be able to hold it up here. I'm not putting my hands up like this. My hands are down by the side. Do it this way so you can see a little better. So I'm gonna hold it up here. Now, here's the challenging part. Close your eyes and see how long you can hold this. And you're going to feel your foot getting real wobbly because all those little muscles are firing like crazy. Well, the more those muscles are active, the more you can go from one foot to the other as fast and hard as you want and still keep your balance. So the average tour player can do this right here with their eyes closed for 16 seconds. The average person that I test doing this lasts about 1.3 seconds. So let's see how good you are. Challenge yourself. This may be one of our future challenges. Who's got the best single leg balance out there? I don't know. Could be a challenge. We'll figure it out. So let's circle back real quick, do a recap, and then we'll get into our trivia for today. Confidence. Building that confidence is so important. And that does come through practice. It comes from putting that effort in. If you have the desire to get better, you're going to push yourself to go out and practice more, put more effort, put more time into it, and I promise you, you will get better. This is a sport that you get out of it what you put into it. So if you put that effort and time into it, great. And if you're struggling with something, come ask this guy. I'll be happy to help you at any point in time. If you're struggling with a certain part of the game, or ask one of your coaches, your site coaches. If you got your own instructor that helps you out, great. Go talk to them. But if you're struggling with something and you've really, really tried, sorry, I got a big giant mosquito trying to bite me over here, then go ask somebody if you're struggling. Sportsmanship, conduct yourself like a gentleman or lady at all times, taking our hat off, just like when we go into our buildings. We ask that you take your hat off before you go into any building. That really sets yourself apart from any other kid out there. First tee kids that take their hats off before they walk into buildings, they impress adults big time. And isn't that pretty cool? If you're a 9, 10, 12, 14-year-old person and you walk into a building and you take your hat off before you walk in, you're going to impress some older people. And that's pretty cool. So set yourself apart from all your other peers, people that you go to school with, people that you play golf with. Take your hat off before you go inside. Make sure you also take your hat off and shake hands with people, showing good sportsmanship at the end of a round. Now, just like last week, we got some trivia. So what I want you to do, instead of everybody unmuting and yelling at the same time, put your hand up like this on the screen. Daniel can see you, and he's going to call on you. So if everybody's ready, everybody throw a thumbs up if you feel like you're ready for this. We're going to see who's got the trivia going on. All right. It's about order of play. Who gets the honor of teeing off first on the last hole? Not the first hole, the last hole. Who gets the honor of teeing off first on the last hole?
All right, we've got Larson.
Larson? What you got for me?
Larson, did you raise your hand?
Anybody? Who gets to tee off first on the last hole? Who has the honor? Is it the person who had the highest or lowest score on the previous hole?
And I think you need to pick someone. I think Daniel might be frozen.
Okay, so hold on.
Or I can do it. I got it here.
Yeah, if you can do it, that'll be helpful.
Arav, if you could unmute yourself.
I think it's the lowest person. I think it's
Low-
the person with the lowest score. Or
Lowest score, that's correct. You don't mean lowest person by the closest person to the ground.
Yeah,
do you?
same.
Shortest person.
yeah.
Okay, that's good answer. Good answer. So the person with the lowest score on the 17th hole is going to get to tee off first. Now, who is the winner in a stroke play tournament?
All right, Kalia, you can unmute yourself.
The person who has the lowest score.
Boom, lowest score. Good job. Good job. Now we're flashing back to last week. See if anybody remembers this one. What are the 4 major championships in golf?
All right, who knows it? Who knows it? Dylan, do you know? I saw your hand first. You got to unmute yourself, buddy. There you go.
What are the 4 majors?
Dylan, we can't hear you. All right, go ahead. All right, Dylan, I'm sorry we can't hear you. Arav, do you know them?
I know one. It's the Masters.
Okay, I need all 4. Somebody give me 4. Raise your hand if you know all 4.
All right, Kalia, I see your hand again. Go ahead, girl. You got to unmute yourself.
Masters, PGA, US Open, and British Open.
Boom. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the British Open is also called the Open Championship. So, going back to this, what we started talking about before, how do we get more confidence? Raise your hand if you know how to get more confidence.
All right, Leanne Edmonds, one of you guys. It's not letting me unmute you guys. There they go. There we go.
By practicing more.
By practicing. So I'm going to throw another question at you real quick. How are you going to get more confidence in taking a test at school? How are you going to have more confidence to know that you're going to pass that test? What do you have to do?
Studying some more.
Got to study some more. The more you study, the more confidence you're going to have. So if you know it all, awesome. Now, I need probably 3 examples. So we'll pick 3 different people. Give me an example of using good sportsmanship.
Kalia.
Taking off your hat when you're inside a building.
Okay, good.
Complimenting people.
Leanne, you're going to have to unmute yourself.
Taking your hat off.
Okay, and what do you do after you take your hat off? Fix your hair?
Mm-hmm.
Leanne,
Shake your hand.
Shake your hand.
there you
Not
go.
like this, but shake the other person's hand. Okay,
All right,
somebody else
Cruz.
give me one
Group
more.
for number 3.
Anybody?
Thanking somebody for playing for you, for playing with you.
That's it. Yeah. Say, hey, I really appreciate you playing golf with me. Make sure you compliment your playing partners. That's also a good way of showing sportsmanship. Just being helpful, being a kind person, being courteous to one another, being respectful of one another. Those are all aspects of being a good sport. So it's real important that we always do that, conduct ourselves at a high level. So no matter who you play golf with, when that round is over, they go, man, that was the nicest person I have ever played golf with. They were always, and they were a good golfer or a bad golfer. It doesn't matter how well you play, but if you conduct yourself the right way, I promise you, they will always want to play golf with you. That's just so important. So it's really important. Do that at all times. It's because people know, hey, if you're a first tee kid and you got that hat on, they're almost going to expect that you're going to take your hat off, shake their hand, be polite, be kind. So make sure you're always representing the first tee. yourself and your family the right way by being a super good sport. Develop that confidence so you can play the game better and have more fun. Real quick before we get out of here, does anybody have any questions for me?
Leanne? Y'all are going to have to unmute yourself.
What if we don't have access to printing the golf book?
Don't have access. Did you get a yardage book at the beginning of the season?
No.
Okay. Is there a way that you could email somebody on the staff and we can send that to you?
Yeah, who do I email?
Leanne, who's your coach?
You could email me
Okay.
at ibollinger@thefirsttgradercharlotte.org.
I'll
It's a
put
real
it in the
short
chat for everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you don't have access, then let me know. We'll get that sent to you. Any other questions out there? Nobody?
All right.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.
Be on the lookout for some more challenges that are out there on Instagram and Facebook. We've got a plank challenge going on now. Who can hold a plank the longest? See who is the most awesome at that. But challenge yourself to making different games. Be creative at home so you can keep yourself occupied. Make sure you're keeping up with your schoolwork. Don't stay up all night playing video games. But once again, be a good helper around the house, and we will see you guys next week.